Hey guys, so I am back with the completed hair, or look, should I say. I'll go over how I got the gray hair and basically the overall review of the hair. For the overall review of the hair is still very good. It's still very soft. Still no shedding. I did actually seal the wefts. I used some stuff called Frey or something like that. I'll put a picture or a link below of the stuff that I used to seal the wefts. I did that just to ensure that I wouldn't have any extra shedding or anything like that. But even without sealing the wefts, the hair has done pretty good. Still minimal to no shedding. Hair is still soft. Even the frontal, I will say that I was going to bleach the knots, but the period of time in which I was actually doing the unit and processing the hair was during the little Arctic blast or whatever that came through. So when I was going to bleach the knots, actually that night the power went out, and I had actually gotten as far as putting the bleach on the frontal, like ready to let it sit for a couple of minutes, and then that power went out. So therefore I just rinsed it out and just like, forget it. Obviously I can't do it in the dark, so basically I got a flashlight and just rinsed it out. I didn't even bother to bleach the knots, so I can't tell you whether or not the knots were bleachable or if they did bleach. I apologize for that. So basically I used the same method as Malibu Dollface and Ivy to basically achieve the color for the most part. The hair was already, that you guys already saw in the initial review, the hair was already a blonde ombre color. So basically I just used the Shimmer Lights shampoo to kind of tone the hair per se, to get it like a silverish color. And I did not use the actual brand Shimmer Lights. I used the Sally's generic Shimmer Lights, which worked perfectly the same. I haven't used the brand to know any difference, but as far as I know, it worked perfect. I got it to like maybe a whitish type of grayish color for the bundles and the frontal. For the bundles, I used the Fanciful True Steel number 41. Basically I put all the bundles, I still had them wrapped up. I still have the 14 out so you guys can see. I basically still had it how it came. I worked the Fanciful in the bundles with my hand and like tried to make sure that I got like even inside the bundle itself, so it wouldn't be as much blonde left showing. I basically did that to all three of the bundles, put those in a plastic bag, let those sit for about 2 days. The frontal is a whole nother story. I tried to be cheap, well not necessarily cheap, but take an alternate route in trying to get the gray color. I was in my local beauty supply store and I saw that Adore had a platinum rinse, so I bought a couple of bottles of that. I probably should have tried it on my bundles first before I even tried to put it on my frontal, saying that since my frontal is in the front of my head. Needless to say, I thought I had messed up the frontals. Like seriously, I thought I had messed up the frontal. Because when I put the Adore on there, for whatever reason, it was like a bluish color. Like it wasn't platinum, it wasn't silver, it was like a bluish color. So I thought I had messed it up. So basically, I then like shampooed that, tried to shampoo as much as I could the frontal to try to get some of that blue out. And then I saturated it with the Fanciful in the bag, let that sit for like 3 days. But even when I took it out after the 3 days and blow dried and stuff to see what color it still was blue. So I then had to go online and do some research, and I found a product called Color Oops, in which it's supposed to be ammonia free, peroxide free or bleach free. Yeah, bleach free or something like that. So I got that at Walmart for like $9 or $10. Came home, put that on the hair, let that sit. It says let it sit for about 20 minutes, but I actually let it sit for an hour. Because I feel like if it doesn't have bleach in it, it won't do that much harm to the hair. It did have a chemical smell, but I just chalked it up as has a lot of sulfates and sulfides in it. So anything that has sulfur in it, it will have a smell. So basically I put that on the hair, let that sit for an hour, rinsed it out. I did pretty much get a lot of that Adore color out. It still had like maybe like a tinge of a blue, but then I resaturated in the Fanciful for maybe about a day. Then rinsed that out and got it to be the color that it is now. I don't know if you guys can really see because like I have like different light situations going on right now. But the frontal is noticeably, well, not that much noticeable, but it is definitely a different color than my bundles. The frontal, I got the color to be more of a silver color rather than a gray color. The bundles are more of a gray color, so it's about a shade or two off of one another, but since it's curled, even when it's straight, you really can't tell. But since it's curled, you probably really can't tell. And plus, I'm trying to work on my lighting situation, so it's not the best. But yeah, basically that's how I got the color for it. And the unit itself is just on a dome cap. I first sewed the frontal to the dome cap and then did the flip over method for the bundles. Only used 2 bundles, which is the 18 and the 16 inch. I probably could have put the 14 inch in, but like I said, I was doing all this the couple of weeks that we were having the little Arctic blast and the weather was ridiculous and my power kept going out. So I literally did this unit in the dark. Like, I sewed it in the dark. Like, I had a flashlight in my neck, like holding it and sewing it, basically. So I'm really proud of the outcome of the unit, saying that I did do it in the dark and it was my first time. But basically, yeah, that's it. And then since I didn't bleach the knots, I did put a flesh colored wig cap over the dome cap before I sewed the frontal over, so that way it can have a more realistic part without trying to worry about putting concealer or anything else on it. I probably will redo this unit and actually use all 3 bundles. And then at that point, I might come back and let you guys see how it looks with all 3 bundles in, but only have the 2 bundles in right now with the frontal. As far as the hair overall, like the hair is still soft, like still, like no shedding. Even like this, I can do this even with the hair curled, it still goes through with no snags or anything like that. The hair holds a curl very well because I probably wand curled this hair maybe about 2 or 3 days ago, and this is basically what it's looking like. And this is my wand that I use. It's just a generic brand, Live Successfully, that I got from TJ Maxx. Nothing too crucial. I did use the highest setting when I was curling it with the wand, which I think is 428 degrees. Like I said, the hair is still very good. Basically, I am proud of myself. And if you guys have any more questions or anything like that, just comment below and I'll answer them as best as I can. And I'll try to insert some pictures or whatnot in here so you can kind of see the whole process that I went through. But yeah, that's it. And until next time, peace.